Hey guys, I am back again for another Indiana Jones tour review, and we're back at it with the retro collection, The Adventures of Indiana Jones, and we're going to be taking a look at a figure that's probably already looked at 1,000 times by now, Toht. Now, I kind of hesitated on getting this figure because originally I kind of wanted to get the Lost Way version because it's a way better looking figure, but had to say that I will go for the affordable route because even if these figures are actually $15, believe it or not, on freaking Amazon, I think they're supposed to be going on sale for $12, but I think they were also on clearance for around like $5.99. I forgot, but I never really got that whole ordeal, or I never really saw it on clearance on the Target website. So it was basically wasn't really too lucky on the sales price on there, but at the same time, at least it's still an affordable figure in my opinion. And this is the only way for me to get a 3/4 inch Toht because the other one, look, I'm not risking to spend $100 on another figure. But like what I did with the Marion figure in general. But I know I go back and forth on stuff. Right out the bat, this is a pretty neat looking figure. It's obviously a recreation of the original 1982 Toht figure. And the package design is basically the same as the original Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark toy line. Overall, the same aesthetic, the same look. I think that might be the same picture they use, obviously. The back shows the different figures you can get from the line, which we did take a look at on the German Mechanic review. So basically, this is the same package overall, nothing different. Let's go ahead and take Toht right out the package and get a closer look. Alrighty, so we have Retro Collection Totes out of the package. And hold on a minute. There, that's all the accessories and such he has. But of course, this figure is basically similar to the original figure. But of course, I bet you there's obviously some design differences. But other than that, I just think that the figure just overall looks kind of decent. Just again, another simplistic looking design based on the 80s figure and comes with some decent accessories. Like, of course, this whole trench coat, I'm assuming a trench coat, but this whole coat area, this is made out of a very easily rubbery plastic, I guess, because it's so like easy to bend around. I'm not sure how the original one was made in. Probably the original one probably was a lot harder. I can only assume that, but it does go around him nicely, as you can see in the package. But yeah, that's how he fits the coat around him. He always had it around him like this. But we can leave him out for him for now, and we can see the detailing on it, the figure. He does look a bit like the actor that played Toad in the film in this 80s style look, but the hat, of course, is obviously designed so weirdly, in my opinion. I kind of wish that the kind of figures back then did a little better on the hats, but this was just how it looked back then. And the clothing matches how he looks in the film. That nice, iconic black, red, and white colors. Obviously, this is, I already know what color this is trying to represent, so it's just like how it is in the film. But he does come with his Luger, which is bent because Hasbro has quite the history of bent revolvers and bent pistols in general, and it fits in his left hand nicely because it's the only place where it fits. And this hand is, of course, the hand where it has the staff of Ra embedded into his hands after getting burned in the Raven Bar fight, which is pretty nice. Though at the same time, I can't really say that. Okay, never mind. He can carry it this way because the way they made the figures now, a completely different material they be using on these figures. It just looks so goofy with this bent Luger, but yeah, as you can see, it's basically a nice figure in this regard, despite certain limitations and qualities I have problems with, like the design flaws on the legs. Like at first, you can bend them up and down, obviously, but the way they designed it, it almost looks like I'm going to end up accidentally breaking it or it's going to get loose, but probably because I'm not so used to that type of leg joint. I mean, of course, the way they design them is supposed to be like sitting on horses or stuff like that. It's the only way I can assume that because the Indiana Jones figure in general is like that. That's the backside. You see how thin this whole part is. And you have that giant barcode and stuff in the back. I say barcode. I meant the little code number, whatever the heck it is. Maybe it's just the number of how many figures they made in general. So yeah, overall, it's a very simple figure with the same design as the old original totes. And I'll put the coat right back on. And we can go ahead and just get a comparison of like the only retro collection figures I own. Does include Sala from Last Crusade. So yeah, I only have 3 retro collection figures, and these are the ones I was most interested in buying. Mostly these 2. And I'm not sure if I'll be getting Short Round later because gotta find an affordable figure at this point. I might get Short Round someday. If not, then, well, that's how it is. So yeah, the retro collection line has been just pretty fun to collect for only a few figures that are not made from the actual Kenner toy line. So again, this is only getting like affordable choices or just figures that I don't really own and I just don't feel like spending a ludicrous amount of money just to get the 2008 figures, even though I still like doing it because the 2008 figures are way more worth it. But even at that, it's still nice to be buying the retro collection figures in general. Just kind of wish that Hasbro done better with the figures anyway. And I'm going to take this beauty shot since I don't have an actual Belloc figure, nor the old Belloc figure from Raiders of the Lost Ark back in 1982, because again, Hasbro missed out an opportunity to make another 3/4 inch Belloc figure that isn't the ceremonial outfit one. But anyways, that is it for this review of the Indiana Jones Retro Collection Toht figure. Just overall nice figure. Do has its own issues, but that's basically the entire line in general. And I don't really have that much of an issue with it, like outside of the few little nitpicks I have. It's just an overall decent figure. I like the figure. So that is it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be seeing you guys later.